Support comes from Seattle Rep, presenting a bold new season of powerful stories, including the world premiere musical Freak the Mighty, the satire Eureka Day, and the award-winning classic Amadeus. Subscriptions to the 2026-27 season include free exchanges and discounts at local businesses. Visit seattlerep.org.
Seattle Now is your one-stop shop for local news, twice a day, every weekday. We give you a deep dive into a story for your morning routine and a roundup of the day's top stories for your commute home, and some laughs every Friday. Hosted by me, Patricia Murphy, and Paige Browning. Start and end your day with Seattle Now on the KUOW app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, Meet Me Here listeners, Jeannie Yandel here. It's Friday, and if you don't have any weekend plans yet, have no fear, we're here to help. Our friend and Soundside producer Jason Burrows is here with his Weekend Warmup, ideas for fun, unique stuff to do this weekend. Take it away, Jason.
Thank you, Jeannie, and welcome to the Weekend Warmup. There is a lot going on this weekend, and most of it is happening on Saturday, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're doing this in chronological order like a rational human being, starting with the Seattle King County Clinic. It is happening now through Sunday at Seattle Center. Basically, if you need medical or dental or vision care, but you don't have insurance or you can't quite afford the things you need, they will take care of you. No ID, no proof of insurance, no proof of income, nor immigration status is needed. All you have to do is show up. They have doctors and dentists ready to help and interpreters on hand if English is a second language. All are welcome, and the clinic opens every morning at 5:30. It's first come, first served, with tickets handed out at Fisher Pavilion as soon as they open. They do suggest that you come prepared for a long day of waiting with snacks and comfortable clothing. All services are free, and the clinic runs through Sunday at Seattle Center. Next up, something completely different, the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival. There are events happening out at Memorial Park in Wenatchee from now until Sunday, May 3rd. This weekend's highlights include live music, dancing, a beer garden, a world record attempt for the largest game of Loteria ever played, a youth parade, and the El Dia del Niño Community Health Fair. The list of events and bands is enormous, so check it out and have all of the fun at the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival in Wenatchee. Next up, down in Tacoma, the Cooper Tires Professional Bull Riders event is taking over the Tacoma Dome. This is your chance to see world-class athletes and the cowboy-hatted people sitting on top of them, trying not to die. The PBR Tour starts at 6:45 on both Friday and Saturday evening at the Tacoma Dome. Another Friday evening event is one that I am super excited about. Melissa Aufdermauer, former bassist for bands like Hole and Smashing Pumpkins, has a new memoir, and she's going to be at Town Hall Seattle on Friday night talking all about it. Doors for Melissa's Town Hall talk open at 6:30, and the event starts at 7:30. All right, let's dive into Saturday because there is a lot going on. First up, it's Seattle Independent Bookstore Day. There are a ton of bookstores in Seattle, and on the heels of the news that Ada's Technical Books in Capitol Hill is closing in June, I think it's best that we all go out and grab a new book or 3 or 8 to keep these local institutions thriving. There are 33 bookstores participating in Indie Bookstore this year, and on Saturday, if you go to one of them, you can pick up a passport. Then you've got 10 days from the 25th until May 4th to visit each store and get all 33 stamps. Succeed and be rewarded. It's like a literary scavenger hunt. I will have the link with all the participating stores in the show notes. And next, did you know that this week is Seattle Cocktail Week? Well, now you do, and much like Indie Bookstore Day, Seattle Cocktail Week has a ton of local bars and restaurants participating, all with their own specials and creative drink recipes. This all culminates on Saturday evening with the 2026 Carnival of Cocktails. They've taken over the entirety of Pacific Place and transformed it into a sanctuary of spirits, a bastion of beverages, if you will. There are over 100 different spirits represented, with tasting stations, experiences, and themed bars. There are surprises and giveaways. It honestly sounds fantastic. I went to the inaugural Carnival of Cocktails a few years ago, and it was a really fun time, and it looks like they've only gotten bigger and better as they've gone along. The Carnival of Cocktails starts at noon and runs through 7 p.m. at Pacific Place on Saturday. Also on Saturday, it's the Seattle Pancakes and Booze Art Show. It's pancakes, it's booze, it's so much independent art. Need I say more? The show is at El Corazon and runs from 8 p.m. until midnight. The Lake City Record Show is also happening on Saturday from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. at the Shoreline Elks Lodge, with albums, 45, 78, sheet music, memorabilia, and more. And thank you to the Soundside listener who sent that in. And rounding out our Saturday list is the Tacoma Flea and Vintage Market. It runs from 11 a.m. until 4 p.m. both Saturday and Sunday at the Waterfront Market at Ruston in Tacoma. According to their Instagram post, and I quote, "You can expect 2 days jam-packed with vintage apparel, shoes, accessories, designer housewares, art, small furniture items, along with local makers, bakers, florists, specialty coffees, and more." End quote. Hey, it sounds good to me. That's the Tacoma Flea and Vintage Market, 11 until 4 on Saturday and Sunday. Thank you to Jess for sending that in. Okay, let's close out this weekend's warm-up with some sports. The Mariners are in St. Louis this weekend, but there are still a ton of games to partake in if you are a sports nerd like I am. On Friday, the Seattle Seawolves rugby team takes on the Chicago Hounds at 7 p.m. at Starfire Stadium in Tukwila. On Saturday, the Seattle Sounders host FC Dallas at Lumen Field. Kickoff is at 7:30. And on Sunday, the Seattle Reign host the Utah Royals, also at Lumen Field. Kickoff is at 5 p.m. And last but not least, you have heard me talk about them all season, and it is with a weirdly heavy heart that I share the final game for the inaugural season of the Seattle Torrent. This team has really grabbed something in me that I don't quite know how to describe, and going to these games is such a highlight for me. Their final game is their Pride match, and they are facing off against the number 1 ranked Montreal Victoire. And all of this coming on the heels of an amazing win on Wednesday when Seattle beat Minnesota 5-4. And, hey, the entire Soundside team is going to be at the game too. Doors open at 5:30, puck drop is at 7. It's all happening at Climate Pledge Arena. Go Torrent. And that, as they say, is it. As usual, we will have links to all of these events in the show notes. And if you would like to suggest an event for future installments of the warm-up, shoot us an email, arts@kuow.org. Thank you for listening to Meet Me Here. I am Jason Megatron Burrows, and that's what you could be doing this weekend.
Support comes from Seattle Rep, presenting a bold new season of powerful stories, including the world premiere musical Freak the Mighty, the satire Eureka Day, and the award-winning classic Amadeus. Subscriptions to the 2026-27 season include free exchanges and discounts at local businesses. Visit seattlerep.org.
Call your friends, your partner, and maybe a babysitter because Seattle Restaurant Week is here. I'm Brandy Fullwood, host of Seattle Eats, and on the latest episode, Seattle writer Harry Cheadle has been doing the math so you don't have to. We'll tell you about the deals, dishes, and drink pairings worth checking out this Seattle Restaurant Week. Listen to Seattle Eats on the KUOW app or wherever you get your podcasts.